Now, the Hoosiers are indeed 4-1 after a win over Rutgers on Saturday. J-Shun Harris had his first touchdown catch of the year in that game. He's also the Big Ten's leader in punt return average. He joins us now from our studio in Bloomington. And J-Shun, I have to start with the injuries. You've had 3 ACL injuries in your career, and I think when I saw that one against Maryland last year, I felt like that was probably going to be it for you. Take us back to that moment and what your mindset was when you got hurt for the 3rd time.
So, yeah, we had got a safety against Maryland, and, I was the return man once, Maryland punted the ball, and, caught the ball, felt a little, glitch, a little lag a little bit, and wasn't sure what it was. I got to the sideline, the trainers were there, had me do certain workouts and, certain, cutting drills, and everything felt normal. And then about 10, 15 minutes passed, I had my knee brace on, and, I felt my knee shift again, and then I knew right then that something was wrong.
So what went through your mind in terms of, do I attempt yet another comeback? Do I go through all of this excruciating rehabilitation? How did you weigh the pros and cons there?
Well, I would say, there was still 4 more weeks left in the season, so everything, at that point I was just, it felt like a blur. And, once it got to the point after surgery and, the decision to either come back or not, I just looked at the opportunity of, I'm still able-bodied. Why not go out here, try to, live a story that not many people are able to live through and, encourage someone else just in case they go through it in the future. You
really announced your return this year with that punt return touchdown against Ball State. Take us through that play and when you realize you're in the clear and maybe immediately after it, kind of what went through your head?
On that particular punt, we wanted to be really aggressive, so we were going after it. Usually as a return guy, you see the first guys who are down there, which are usually the gunners, and I noticed that they weren't far enough, or close enough. And, once I, made the first 2 guys miss, which is my job, and one of our freshmen, Jamar Johnson, had a huge block. Once I got past that and noticed the convoy, that was leading me to the end zone, then it was like a surreal moment.
In what way was it surreal?
Just running down the sideline, I had 40 yards left. I kept turning around, making sure no one was there, and then hearing the crowd get louder and louder as I got closer to the end zone. It was just one of those moments that you can't replicate, and, that's the reason that, I came back to play for sure.
This team is 4-1. You have beaten the teams you are supposed to beat. You go to Columbus this week, as you well know, to take on Ohio State, a team most people nationally believe you are not supposed to beat. So what will it take to come out on top against the Buckeyes?
We just have to go out there and execute, and we can't beat ourselves, in a game like this. Field position is very important, turnovers are very important. So if we go out there and, play our game and execute what our coaches, have planned all week, then I don't see why we wouldn't have a great shot.
Peyton Ramsey off to a great start. Give us a sense of what makes him such a great fit for this offense.
Peyton's just, he's so smart, when it comes to, making adjustments during the game, and our communication is on a high level, and just seeing the things he do off the field as well. He's always watching film in the receiver room. He's always up top with the coaches, and he just he's doing everything that he can physically and mentally do to be prepared each and every week to lead us to victory.
We saw the enthusiasm of Tom Allen off the top of this segment. You obviously were not recruited to play for Tom Allen. He has become your head coach. What has stood out to you about playing for him and kind of the way that he operates?
It's simple. His passion for the game, and it's so contagious. He's always the most riled up person at practice and during the game. There was a clip in going into the 4th quarter against Rutgers. I seen that you guys were had the camera on him. He's getting everyone to put their 4s up. That right there in a nutshell is just, it explains who he is. And it's easy to play behind a coach who I know is going to come in there each and every day and give us his best. And he holds us all to a high standard, and that's what it takes for us to be great.
J-Shun Harris, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck to you going forward and against the Buckeyes this weekend.
Thank you.